Welcome to a video on how to create a payable form, using the Google Forms system, linked to the PU3A Stripe facility. Whilst there is no certainty around usage, the possibilities are the annual quiz, or the barn dance. These may be ideal events to test the usefulness of the system. We could generate a process where the quiz team leader collected the monies for the team, and then paid via the payable form in a single hit. Alternately, it could be a process where individual team members paid for themselves or their spouses. If the trial proved successful, we could then be in a better position to decide if the system would work for day trips, and then looking forward, possibly theatre trips as well. On initial viewing, the following are possible advantages. Members will be able to make immediate payments online, should they wish. The system allows multiple people to view payments, in real time. This could include an event, or trip organizer, plus the treasurer, and possibly others as well, if required. Payments made by members requires almost zero intervention by the treasurer, apart from watching what money is actually going into the bank account from Stripe, and possibly viewing the automated spreadsheet to check that the payments are correct. The monies would be paid into our bank once a month by Stripe, into the relevant account. There are minor disadvantages. The first being that there are limits on who can do the final part of the form creation, as this needs a person in PU3A that has Stripe authorization. At present this is just 2 people, Mary and Alan. Because the system uses Stripe, there has to be some account taken for the fact that Stripe payments attract a handling fee of 1.4% plus 20 pence for each transaction. This would be where a quiz team leader paying a single team fee would be better for our test. It may have the effect of increasing the event fee, slightly. We would, due to our demographic, have to have a manual system that could be used by those not able to use the internet. The base setup of the Google form can be carried out by anyone with an @PU3A email account. The form can have any questions required, such as names and member numbers. However, a requirement for making it a payable form is that the final question is set up with radio buttons, as options for the various payment amounts to be taken from the user's credit or debit card. Once the base form is set up, it will need to be passed to the Stripe authorizer, to convert the form, and give the ability to link into our Stripe account. There will be a jigsaw icon available to users on the top toolbar of the Google form. All at PU3A have the icon, but it is only useful for the Stripe authorizers. When the jigsaw icon is clicked, the user should select Payable Forms from the options presented. To continue with the setup, the user selects Configure Payment Settings. A sidebar is presented. The user should select Yes from the slider at Make this form payable. Ensure that On for Practice is visible while completing the setup. The user should click the arrow next to Payment Settings. In the window presented, select Stripe as the payment provider. Then select the correct account name for the fees to be paid into. In the same window, set the currency to UK pounds. Now select the notification settings by clicking the arrow next to that option. From there, you can enable emails to be sent when a transaction takes place. The mail text can also be adjusted here. You are still in test mode. The next step is to test that you have everything correct. This can be done by clicking the button marked "Try your form now" in the sidebar window. Once you have made a test transaction, using the test account numbers provided by the system, you should then check that the transaction has registered. This is done from the actual form window. At the top you should click Responses, shown by the number 1 on the screen shown here. This will show the returns in the form, and you can check them there. However, possibly more useful is to view them in Sheets by clicking the link shown at the number 2 on the screen shown on the left. This is how the responses show in Form View. This is how responses are shown in Sheets View. You can see that the transaction amount is in a column for each transaction entered. Once you are happy that transactions are working as you expect, via the test system, you should return to the top of the Setup sidebar. Then click the arrow next to On for Practice, and select Off Real Money. Your payable form is now ready to go. You can now make the form available via a link, using a web page, or email. Thanks for watching. We hope you find this video useful.